rule of thumb, there's nothing wrong with vinegar to try to take off like calcium deposits. It works very well.
Yeah, I find balsamic works best.
Balsamic, a little bit of put a little bit of olive oil in it. You got a salad dressing. There you go.
Fred Joseph, Research and Development Director, driving Infiniti Q50.
I'm Brian Leviste. I'm the Product Development Manager. I drive a blacked out 370Z, a Ducati 1098S, and a factory Volkswagen GTI only because it's still under warranty.
Hi, I'm Michael Schultz. Been with the Senior Vice President of Research and Development. Been with Turtle Wax for 38 years. I think everybody makes fun of me, but I'm Mr. Pontiac. I have 6 Pontiacs. I have 2 69 GTOs. I take care of 3 Grand Prix and a 2007 Solstice GXP. Fred, why don't you start with some of these questions? Let's get going here.
All right, Cool Breeze 0007 writes, "Hi, Dr. Turtle. My windscreen has some major watermarks, mineral deposits, or water stains. Which product do you recommend I use?"
That's an easy one for me. Rule of thumb is go to Scratch, Repair, and Renew. It's got the highest level of our aluminum oxide platelets, and if you have defects on the glass, it'll take it off. So rule of thumb, that one is pretty safe to use on glass. I've used it all the time. You can use rubbing or polishing compound to help remove, but I find that they don't work as well as the Scratch, Repair, and Renew. Guys, your thoughts on this?
I'm with you, Mike. I use Scratch, Repair, and Renew too. And what's key is make sure you put something after that, so that way it prevents it from reoccurring. Like, you don't want, if you just use Scratch, Repair, and Renew, and you leave it like that, that hard water spot's gonna come back again. It's gonna be even harder to remove because now you haven't put anything on it. So the key is to also put something after you use Scratch, Repair, and Renew.
Yeah, like hybrid, like any of the spray waxes will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got those sprinklers that they purge at different times of the year, and when our cars are out there and we get covered in this hard water, and it dries and bakes in, so when we come out of work that day, there's water stains all over the car. So I've used Scratch, Repair, Renew several times with the buffer, and they come right out. All right, so we'll move on to the next question from Car Guy 11. He writes, "Can you use the Hybrid Solutions Ceramic 3-in-1 Detailer as a drying agent on a wet car?"
I think the better drying agent is the wet wax. That one works phenomenal. You spray that on, the water practically falls off the car. But I think I would prefer that you would use the 3-in-1 either as a detailer, use it as
waterless wash and wax.
Yeah, well, waterless wash and wax that way, or as a spray wax or for protection. I would use the wet wax as a drying agent.
Dirty D71 writes, "Is the new Ceramic Acrylic Black collection safe to use on vinyl decals?"
If the decals are white or lead colored, I don't suggest that because it may change the color or the appearance of the decals. But if it's a black decal, if it's glossy, I would definitely use it. You just have to be careful with the matte also, because sometimes a lot of these racing stripes on the matte decals, you don't want that gloss. You want that matte look, so you want to stay away from it because the black line does add a lot of shine, a lot of gloss. So it depends on the color of your decal, depends on the type of decal. So yeah.
And if you do have matte graphics or decals, the Exterior One product that we make would be a good detailer to use in place of it if you're unsure. All right, the Goth Thing writes, "Will you be doing any hard wax for your new hybrid range? Please," he asks.
Like I said, we're looking at a lot of things. We're doing a lot of evaluations. All we have to do is, the only thing I can tell you right now is wait and see.
Jimbo writes, "Where did you get the sunglasses?"
They're not sunglasses, they're transitions. They're my regular glasses with bifocals that darken in the sun.
They're APGs, all-purpose glasses, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
If it's 4 eyes, you paid too much.
Weed Whacker writes, what's the best wax for ATV plastics? Does the ceramic polish and wax work on ATV plastic?
Not the polish and wax, not unless it's painted. First of all, the rule of thumb, if it's smooth like a paint finish, you can use any kind of liquid spray or paste wax on it. If it's textured, has a matte finish, you have to use either spray waxes and spray detailers. The other thing you have to be careful with ATVs is where you're treating it. If you're don't treat any seats or controls or brakes or anything like that, because most of the products that leave a nice high shine can also leave a little bit of slippery condition. So if you have a four-wheeler ATV and you wax the seat, odds are when that thing takes off, you're going to be left behind. So be careful.
Also, I think the ATV plastics the color is molded into the plastics. Like, do you remember that smart car?
Yeah.
And we tried buffing up that door, and there was no clear coat. It was black, and it was into the mold. So it wasn't like there's no barrier there. It's all plastic. So, like I said, like if you ever look at the underneath of the ATV, the rear wells, it's also the same color as the top, which means that it's part of the plastic.
Chris Wayne writes, since the ceramic spray coating should be used on a clear surface, does it work with a ceramic polish and wax, or should I use a normal compound?
Oh no, the polish and wax. If the polish and wax would take up to 1,500 grit sand marks off a car, and we think that the combination of polish and wax with the hybrid solution ceramic spray coating are a great combination to use. They complement each other. The one polish and wax corrects and gives it this really jet rich finish, and then the spray actually puts the nice additional shine and durability that lasts for, my God, 6 months to a year easy.
Eco-friendly car wash writes, how far are you with a professional range and a true ceramic coating?
We monitor all the technologies that are out there. We're always testing competitive products against ours. I mean, we don't have blinders on. It's not just what we want to do, is we have to make sure whatever we develop is relevant to our customer and to the auto enthusiasts that are out there. So we're constantly looking at a lot of different formulations and products. So all I can say is wait and see.
Yeah, and we also study the changes in cars. How it evolves throughout the years. Like, as you can see, more and more plastics are being used on the hoods and just different technology. So we try to make sure it meets their needs.
Yeah, and we also have to keep up with the changes in regulatory. There's a lot of government regulations out there that prohibit the use of certain chemistries that we have to also evolve with. So that also changes the way products work and how we test them and launch them. So
we have our laboratory and we can't reveal secrets, but I guarantee you, if you can think of it, most likely we're working on it.
Detailing World Official writes, what is the best product you've ever made?
For me, it was the original ice liquid. It kind of changed the whole market. All the claims you see about products being used can be used in direct sunlight. We started that, and I was one of the pioneers in that area to be able to come up with products that you could use on not only the paint, the chrome, the plastic, the trim without the white residue. So for me, it was the original ice liquid.
And Rod, I like your.
How about you, Fred?
Well, I like your tire coating, Rod. So I was curious to see if that was your favorite product you've ever made.
Yeah, it was my favorite product, only because I got a pan off it and kind of proud of it. So, and it still works. But I think it was too ahead of its time, though.
Yeah, like most things.
When it comes to products, I think about all the different products that we make as tools in a tool chest, and it's nice to have a product there that fills a need and does a job. It may not work in all cases, but it's nice to have it there when you need it and when you have a problem. So think about this, everybody that's listening in, is think about the products, about what they do for you and how they work. You can experiment with that based on that knowledge. And don't be afraid to try it in different areas, just as long as you always test it first to see if it's doing the job that you want it to do. But like I said, I look at a lot of our product line. If you take the 60 different products, I may not use all 60 at the same time, but I'll use the ones that work for me for that particular job.
Fred, remember that rim clean you made a couple of years? That was the bomb.
Yeah, rim clean. What was that, T311? I think it was, or
yeah, that was an acid wheel clean. That stuff was awesome.
Yeah, with brightened metal.
Yeah. After we discontinued it, I was like, hey Fred, what's the formula? I want to make it at home because I can wash my wife's dishes or pots and pans.
And last but not least, my QX80, who's been a long-time listener but first-time caller, writes, why does your tire spray fling all over my car after applying it and waiting at least an hour? I'm assuming he thinks that silicone oils will dry if it's over-applied without wiping off excess. But what's your thoughts on that, guys?
First of all, any tire shine that spray on, it leaves a really high gloss shine. Most of them are using some form of silicone oil. This is what I would do with any tire shine product you use, regardless if it's ours or anybody else's. Try to use 2 coats. 2 coats if you really like that high gloss shine. But take a foam applicator or a microfiber towel, but dedicated for that purpose, to wipe off the excess to like a really high gloss sheen without being wet. A lot of tires have, like the tires my Bridgestones have, what I call ribs on the side, textures on the side, gets into those pores, and that's what slings off. So if you could let the tire shine penetrate, do a couple coats, wipe off the excess, you won't have any sling.
All right. Any other final comments, guys? That was the last question I had. Any other things that you
I enjoyed it.
That you want to share?
I think what we're trying to portray to everybody is that we listen to you. We enjoy car care. We want to develop products that you'll enjoy using. We delight in the fact that we can solve consumer problems. So look for, if you see a product on the market from us, it's because you helped influence that development. So thank you very much.